badilika kotini.
Kumebadilika?
Kumebadilika kabisa.
Na siwe ni ule ule.
Hujui mambo ya transformation wewe? Haijakufikia huko?
At a judicial conference at the Kenyatta International Conference Center, a stern message is passed underneath the subtlety of what was a judicial march to allow the judiciary meet Kenyans as part of the ongoing judicial reforms.
Not all decisions the courts make will be popular. Power is not granted to do what is popular, but to do what is right.
As Director of Public Prosecutions, we shall discharge our functions independently and without control or direction from anybody or authority. And we shall exercise that function without fear or favor.
Many times, of course, we disagree with the courts. Many times we think that the courts are wrong in their interpretation of law. Many times we think that the courts are more zealous in a matter than they ought to be. This is not an excuse to disobey law. Once a lawful order of a court has been issued and an appeal has not been preferred from a matter, or no further order of a superior court has been issued, it is the responsibility of all, particularly of the executive, to obey law.
The new song being sung by the judiciary, whose new face it hopes will endear the average Mwananchi who has for years remained skeptical on the path of justice known to have previously favoured some over others. But not anymore, says the judiciary, a message it hopes to take to the people this entire week through the planned judicial marches week. Churchill Owano makes his own way to the Kenyatta International Conference Center from Mudhura with one agenda in mind. He wants to see just how close he can get to accessing justice and more specifically the man at the helm of such reforms, Dr. Willy Mutunga, the Chief Justice. Churchill is the chair of the Disability Caucus and says cases of disabled persons have continued to be ignored over the years. And so he sits with others and listens through plans by the judiciary to make justice better and more accessible to all Kenyans.
Justice is no longer for sale. Don't bribe us.
And as the saying goes, the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. We must acknowledge that the reforms within the judiciary are the strongest part in the justice chain. However, we need to strengthen the rest of the chain, including police reforms. Parliament has done its part and passed all the relevant laws, and the ball is now in the court of the two principals.
And later even meets with the Chief Justice, presenting his petition to him.
From what you've talked about, it looks promising and it sounds something would be done. But as I said, we need benchmarks. We need to measure what the judiciary's actions should match the word.
The message from the judiciary to the executive is a clear-cut one with regard to defying orders based on authority, just as is the message to them by Kenyans, even as they begin the week-long interaction with them, that their actions should match their words. Evelyn Wambui, Citizen Live at 9.